Hi, and welcome. Today's video is going to be different from my others because I'll be telling you guys my journey of moving from the UK to my current situation in America. So we start the story off on March 3rd, 2008 in the Wythenshawe Hospital. Around 11 p.m, Endlxss was born. I'm not going to lie, I was a pretty heavy baby. I don't know what exact weight, but it was big. I guess some things don't change, but that's the point. I lived in Wythenshawe for around 2 to 3 years, and so in 2011, me, my mother, and my sisters all moved to a small town in Hyde, England called Hollingworth. To me, Hollingworth played one of the most crucial roles in my life. In Hollingworth, that's where I found some of my lifelong friends, where my greatest memories were created, and where I grew as a person and where I found myself as a person. Due to my family moving to Hollingworth when I was at such a young age, from the beginning, there wasn't much going on. But also, probably one of the most amazing things happened in those early years, and that was meeting probably one of my best friends still to this day, and his name is Riley, also known as S2I. Yes, I know. You're probably shocked right now, because we hate S2I on this channel, and we still do. But that's besides the point. Me and Riley throughout our whole lives have had an inseparable relationship. No diddy, but we'll get more into that later. Another important step in my life was having a childminder, because my mum was a busy woman, since she had to provide for 3 kids alone and maintain a house, and I don't think I can ever thank her enough for being the strong woman she was, and still is to this day, fighting for us even though one of my sisters has moved out and another is leaving for college this year, yet she still pushes and makes sure that we live the best lives we possibly can. And I know you're watching this right now, so thank you, Mum. Thank you for being the best thing me and my sisters could have ever asked for, and helping us become the people we are today. Sorry for getting sidetracked. Anyways, childminder, yes. Growing up, I spent most of my days at my childminder's, and I don't know if she's comfortable with me saying her name on the internet, so we'll just call her Nancy. Get it? Like a nanny? Get it? Anyways, back then, when we actually had to spend most of our days stuck there, we hated every second of it. But looking back on it with my sisters and the friends we made there, it was actually a crucial point in my life when it came to character development and creating possibly the best memories I have to this day. But the main thing I gained from there was the memories. It was my best friend Jacob. Now when I first met Jacob, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was a little bit of a dickhead. But us being the only boys there, we grew to like each other very quick. And little did we know that coming out of our comfort shells to talk to each other would create the greatest memories I will ever have, and still to this day, from flipping people off in the back of Nancy's car to dislocating my knee in his back garden days before I moved to America. The thing though was that Jacob was my sister's age, so he was older than me by a few years. So sadly we began to grow distant, but we still talk sometimes. But he's still the first person I'm most excited about seeing again when I visit my hometown. I mean, look at him. He's a sexy beast, can you blame me? Anyways, in my young years, I attended a school called Hollingworth Primary School, and here I met some more crucial friends like Sid, Zach, Sam, and Dominic, who's actually an outstanding basketball player, along with his brother Matthew, who plays for the Manchester Giants and is currently with the under-20s Great Britain squad for the Basketball Euros. But other than that, I don't really speak to most people. My time in Hollingworth was nothing special, to be honest. Just went to school, learned stuff, and went about my day. But to high school is where things changed the biggest for me. If you guys didn't know, in England, you go to high school at the age of 11 and leave at 16. After Hollingworth Primary School, I attended the legendary Longdendale High School. There's nothing special about the school itself, I just wanted to make it sound more interesting. But year 7 was where things changed the most for me. When I reached high school, that's when friendships split, people became distant and moved, especially Riley. In fact, the last time I saw Riley since the recording of this video was the summer 2019, and we're currently in the summer of 2024, so that's 5 years. But the day will come where me and S2I meet again. Year 7 for me though was learning what my niche was and who my true friends, and within my first month I was able to luckily solidify myself in a friend group that was me and 4 other dudes. I won't say names though because I don't know if they're okay with being on the internet, but outside of them was the bad crowd, and I eventually found myself leaning towards the wrong crowd, for some time causing me to act out in school, like getting in fights, be disrespectful to teachers, getting detentions. It just wasn't who I was, but who I was pretending to be. And that's the main thing I learned from this. It was to be who you are and not who you pretend to be, because that can get you in some sticky and even dangerous situations. Skip year 7 now and into year 8, my last year in Longdendale. This was our first full year in high school since year 7 got cut short by COVID. But while this was that first full year in high school, this was my first and also my last. Since the summer of that year, 2021, I would move to America, but we will get into that later. Year 8 for me was just simply go through as fast as I can, but also sit back and enjoy the moment, since this was the last time I would see most of these people forever. Year 8 was pretty easy for me though. Although I had one moment that will stay with me forever, but that's a story time for another video. Towards the end of year 8 was sad for me though, because I just knowing that I'll never see these people who I grew up with again didn't sit right with me. Now I'm not gonna lie, knowing that I wasn't going to be coming back to the school, for the last month, I was an asshole in class because I knew the punishment wouldn't affect me and so did the teachers, but it still is a morally correct thing to do for me. Anyways, end of year 8, saying goodbye to everyone, and then we reached summer of 2021, which was the biggest summer I think I will ever experience in my life, and that was the move to America. If I'm being honest though, the change didn't affect me that much because I just saw it as another step in my life and a much larger opportunity to grow as a person and explore new things and challenges in life. Enter first year of America, and I get my first ever PC setup because I always wanted to fulfill my dreams becoming a content creator and streamer, but I still had one big step to climb to reach that goal: confidence. My whole life I've had struggles, and I still do to this day, with confidence, but I've kind of come to the realization that shit just isn't that deep, and that's kind of what I live by at this point. That it just isn't that deep, and that things could be way worse, so why complain? Sorry, got off topic, but first year of America was also my first and last year of middle school, and that was probably the most bipolar year of my life, because at the beginning everyone was of course excited because a British kid just joined their class, and so of course they had their little jokes and did their trashy accents, but then they didn't understand when to stop, and that's when going to school was a struggle, because I felt like no one truly wanted to be my friend. They just wanted to make their share of jokes and then leave, but further into the year I was able to find some friends, but one of them stood out the most, and that was Cooper. It is an interesting story how we became friends, but all you need to know is it involves honey mustard in the story of Iqbal. Cooper was different though, because he wouldn't constantly make the British jokes or the shitty accent. He would have a genuine conversation with me, and we had the same sense of humor, and we're still very good friends to this day, and probably the closest one I have to me right now. But he was a huge help for me when it came to getting through middle school, and then on to high school. High school has been nothing special so far. There isn't much to talk about, not really. I haven't made any new friends that much. Nothing crazy's happened, except for meeting my current girlfriend in the summer of 2022. But I don't know if she's comfortable with being online, so I'll leave that to her. But guys, ladies, and the others, that'll wrap up this video. If there's one thing I would like for you guys to take away from this video, is to live life to its fullest. Because you never know how quick things can change, and that not everyone is here forever. So make sure your time with them is spent like it's the last. But if you guys did enjoy this type of video, leave a like down below and let me know in the comment. And don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed, and for now, Endlxss out. Oh, you're still here? Well, in that case, I guess you guys could see some unreleased footage of Endlxss's first video.
And today we're going to be doing a trick shot video, and I'll be joined with my friend Max and Sid. And you're probably thinking, are you keeping the camera stable? Well, we lost the bottom part of our tripod, so we've got my sister Jade.
Hi.
And so yeah, let's get started.
Are you ready now?